Okay. All right, so we have decided to, I don't know, make like videos and talk about stuff.
Yes, yeah, exactly. We're making videos and talking about stuff.
Yes. Pat is quite the genius. He outlined everything because knowing my personality traits, I kind of go everywhere. The structure is beautiful.
And this is the short version.
And this is the short version.
This is the consolidated in the
Uh-huh.
most bullet form that we could have.
That way there's like some form of structure instead of doing like, I don't know, I feel like there's just plenty enough of wild rhetoric with very
That go, phew.
that will probably still happen
Yeah,
to a certain
yeah,
degree,
yeah.
but we're gonna try our best. We're gonna try our best.
And then I have something that I want to read.
Yeah.
What we want to talk about is growth, and we're very big on growth. And growth for me, and I think for Jimmy too, growth isn't automatic. It doesn't just happen as time passes. It happens when we recognize the patterns shaping our lives and choose differently. This is Growth as a Choice, where we explore self-awareness, integrity, and the quiet discipline it takes to move forward. We're not here as experts who arrived. We're here documenting growth in real time.
This is 100% real growth where we turn off the air and the coffee machine that's making too much noise. So the imperfections, I think, are pretty cool and perfect too.
It does not need to be perfect, nor does anyone need to be perfect. And I just want to say why this podcast exists. Growth requires awareness and action. For me, it's super important. It's helped me grow. Just those two things, just being more aware, putting action towards that awareness. We're documenting growth. And like I said, not experts. This is just intentional conversations. A little bit about who we are. I am a pattern thinker. I am very reflective. I like building a self-trust. I am huge on the internals. And
Yes, I am. Yes, I am a very driven, hopeful person, but sometimes I can get a bit. I'm learning that intensity can be calm too, and I think there's a long journey on that for me that I've been experiencing, and keeping that momentum and that drive, but gentle. Yes.
And me and Jimmy came up, or I guess I came up with it yesterday. But how we want to talk to each other and how we want to talk to our audience is always with humility, respect, grace, in an honest conversation.
I love that. When he shared that with me, or when you did, it made a huge impact to, tone of voice. And I started reflecting really heavily on how I speak to myself because sometimes I'll journal or even use language learning models and speak a certain way, but it is not really an outside reflection on how I am in front of people. How I watched myself, you've mentioned it as self-awareness, which I hate hearing because he is so right on that. Yes, it is so correct. Yes. That self-awareness has really helped me really dig deeper into what you had brought upon: humility, respect, grace, and an honest conversation.
And it goes both ways. Like you should have it for you, and you should have it for like yourself, and then I should have it for you as well, or anybody I meet. To be honest, or at least that's how I go.
And you guys.
And you guys.
Hey.
And I did want to get started with something that we both struggled with, which I think everyone struggles with this, to be honest, is just the pattern of waiting to do something. Freezing. You need it to be perfect in your mind before you start. Just kind of like this. Like, I was like, but
Same.
no. Yeah.
Same.
But it's actually way better if it's just candid. And there's going to be imperfections.
Yeah. I think there's so much beauty with it's so easy to have ideas and stuff, and when we execute the ideas, there's all this natural nervousness that comes with it. And I think it's so beautiful because like you think of something that you're going to do and then you make it happen. That is like almost literal magic.
Yeah. And overthinking almost like never gets you there, right? Like overthinking is one of the worst, for me, is a big, I mean, you can be really smart and get nothing done. You can be a genius and get nothing done. It's always requiring both. And even if you overthink, if you can just take that overthinking and action.
Yeah.
Just without having it be perfect.
That's so true. I learned that for me, overthinking became a huge coping mechanism.
To like just not like I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. I don't think I'm ready yet. And it's I honestly think it's a feeling too. It's not necessarily just something that we tell ourselves. It's the nervousness, and then we associate like the anxious feeling with the I'm not ready. I can't be ready if I'm not confident, or I can't be ready if I'm nervous. You know. And for me, it's like everybody gets nervous.
Yeah.
And I remember going out on the basketball floor and being super nervous of a big game or something like that. And every time I got on the floor, that which completely went out the window. So it was like when it goes into action, like it's gone. You go into flow state, you're doing it and you're not thinking as much. So the action actually takes away the overthinking, in my opinion, sometimes.
Yeah. I learned something really fascinating today. Pressure, if it's chosen, if you choose to have that pressure, agree to a decision, pressure can be a privilege sometimes.
Absolutely. I'm sure there's people out there that don't get pressured to do anything, and then they don't do anything, right? Or they're like, "What do I do?" type of thing.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself, but still pressure yourself, I guess, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess,
and like I'm a big culprit of that. Like if I'm like not feeling confident, it's like you start just like.
I feel you. Yeah.
Do I want to do that? Is it gonna fail? But it really doesn't matter if you fail. Like you can learn from the failures for sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so what do you think? It's protecting when that happens. Like what inside yourself.
Like what exactly is happening? Like,
yeah.
Why am I? Oh, for when I overthink as a coping tool, and we had a conversation about this. I read books on psychology, and sometimes I'll bring up these phrases. I think it's much more kinder and understandable if you can like explain it without saying all that jargon stuff.
Because it's somebody else's thoughts. I mean, at the end of the day, right?
That's very true.
But if you can turn that into your own experience, right? It becomes yours. Right?
He calls that integration.
Yeah,
yes, integration. And I don't like integration because you know why? It means growth.
Which is hard, right? It's hard.
And I think I just answered it right there. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially
right, like overthinking to prevent integration.
Yeah,
because it's like it's so easy to. I'm happy that I'm not the only one out there. Thank you.
For me, it's for sure protecting ego, right? It's like I think I can do this better. I think I can do this, whatever it is. It's the ego. It's literally, even if I don't want an ego, it's still the friggin' ego. It's the friggin' ego. If you crack your ego a little bit, I feel like it is like a cure for overthinking. You just realize that your overthinking doesn't, make the result, right? Like it's not like you really didn't need to overthink it, right?
That's absolutely wonderful. And like bringing up the ego concept, I listened to this program, it's just an audiobook, and it's about ego, and every time I listen to it, like that respectable level of humility, it really calms me down, because sometimes being so convinced to overthink a situation, the mind will start spiraling, and it prevents us from action, or even being committed to doing just a good job. And I think that there are a lot of people out there who well, yeah, like feel that way. I do from time to time, and yeah, if you correct that ego and you're doing a good job, hey, what we doing here? We call it small wins. Let's go.
Small wins. Small wins. We like to do small wins, and we celebrate our small wins, which everyone should. Just because you do a little thing in a day, I feel like that is something to be celebrated, because that is growth. I don't care if it's small or big. It's just growth. I did want to say, I wanted to touch on what do you think the cost? And I think we already kind of spoke on this, but you kind of said it, like erosion. I have erosion of self-trust.
Ooh.
Like your self-trust just goes down when you, it's just like a cascading thing. So you overthink, you don't do something, and then you lose your self-trust or confidence because you didn't do it at all, maybe, or even if somebody doesn't think that they did it well, that's the perfectionism that we haven't talked about. Like perfectionism, if somebody has the idea of being perfect, it is also leads to the cascading, because no one is perfect. So if you just think that you are, that's tragic to me.
So I read a lot of books at the library. He is a writer. It's very obvious that I have some experience in speaking. Am I good at it? I don't know, but I still get really nervous. What I'm trying to get at is, ever since I've met Pat and seen his work as a writer, it is very like, wow. That phrase, and you writing this is amazing. The phrase you just said, something about erosion of self-trust, lost momentum.
Yeah.
Those are some dangerously powerful words.
I agree.
For you, what does erosion of self-trust mean?
It means almost losing your confidence, almost losing your value system, your own internal value system.
Yeah.
And just being like, I don't know what my value system is anymore, or I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, which is okay. But when it just continuously happens because of the perfectionism or the ego and the overthinking, what we can do is challenge the pattern that we're always in this pattern, this loop of overthinking, right? And just to stop it, just to notice it is actually probably really good to halt and make you continue on your momentum. Like, oh, I'm overthinking, boom, now I can move forward, right? And I feel like I did that right before this podcast, to be honest. I was
he's talking about the self-awareness thing again.
I do believe in self-awareness. Where I just think it's super important.
It's amazing. I just don't like it sometimes.
Yeah, no, right, because it's rough, right? It's going internal, being like, okay, well, and then if you don't like something, it's really hard to get out of the fuck. Like, why don't I like that thing? And a lot of people don't even ask themselves the question or reflect on the things that they don't like, right? Like I've noticed people just, I'll be like, why don't you like that to somebody? They'll be like, I don't like that. And I'll be like, why? Oh, because, and then they can't really answer. They'll be like somebody else. And I'm like, okay, so somebody else's idea was that. And now you believe it. Or like, why do you believe that? And then there's not really an answer. It's like, you don't have a personal experience to attach it to. So where's that actually coming from? It's coming from someone else. It's coming from someone else. It's outside. It's external coming in, right? Instead of internal going out. If that makes any sense.
I totally get what you're saying. So like the erosion, as in when we let things around us affect us internally, it can easily make us lose that confidence, that ability, or even that desire to be ourselves from inside going out.
Yeah. And I think it's super strong to have to know yourself, but I know that gets tossed around a lot. Know yourself. Like, what does that even mean? But if you know...
Self-awareness again, this man.
Yeah, but if you do...
You're getting deeper with it, man.
I can go deep. I can go pretty deep.
You can go pretty deep.
We don't have to go that deep this episode.
But these conversations, there's so much growth in it, and I love
the reason we do this is because me and Jimmy will have these conversations with no audience. So, it's great. So, I mean, I like having these conversations. It makes me learn about me. I think it makes Jimmy learn about him. And vice versa.
Yeah, sometimes JC will be here. She'll be the only audience.
And JC is my girlfriend, and she'll be the only audience. Yeah, and she'll sit there like,
Are you guys good? You know, like,
get lost in the conversation.
You guys get a little
bit.
too. You know,
But she has great points too to learn from. Like everybody
really
does. And I love understanding, because if I can understand someone else, it will allow me to understand me. To be honest, a little bit more, which I find fascinating. And I love that you wanted to do the unsung hero thing, so I put it in there.
Yeah, and that's something I've been like making a conscious decision to always circle back to for some odd reason. And it's the idea that, as I made such great efforts to continually grow my life, it has been a long journey. I mean, hasn't it been for all of us? Mm-hmm. What really got me through so much was that primary focus on being grateful and seeing good out there in this world. And as I kept focusing during some challenging times in my life to continually see good out there, like the smiley face on your phone. Yeah, he has a pop socket smiley face. Yeah, we get to smile and laugh about it because I can see this smiley face pop socket. I didn't even know they made those.
Yeah.
Looks like the Walmart logo. And so, that being said, with that gratitude and seeing the good around, I just started to think a bit deeper and having more of a reverence for life. When I took time to just slow down a little bit and see good, like a flower, a park, a book at the library, a sunset, it really started to shift my perspective. I was being self-aware.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Observation, self-aware.
I was getting out of this challenging loop at a certain stage in my life, and by focusing on the gratitude, seeing the good, I started to imagine people out there doing great things but don't usually get recognition for. That's so easy for some people to write, speak, be on camera, post, but there's some folks who don't do that. And there's some folks out there who don't want the applause. I'm gonna say this: you still deserve it.
I love it.
You still deserve it. Okay. This is.
And you can do this for yourself, by yourself.
We're doing
any small growth, like I'm telling you. And I'm glad that you said that, because I think, I know that nature for sure for me is also the same. Just pausing and just, like you said, slowing down and noticing what I enjoy, right? Like, or what gives me energy, right? Like, so being out in nature, I walk my dog every day through it 2 times.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I don't want to walk him because it's hot outside. But then when I get outside, I enjoy it, and I see how much he enjoys it. And now I've been, do I really care if it's hot outside? No, I don't care. Like, one of those things where I just started doing it, and I enjoy that.
Now when I sigh, it's not because I'm like, oh, Pat. I sigh because he says something that's so real that to quote him, you said, nature and going outside. There was a time where I didn't go outside enough, and it definitely doesn't do very good to the noggin.
It doesn't. I mean, scientifically, there is, you need the sun. You need a little bit, right? You need some vitamin D, I believe it is, right? Or you need some of that stuff. Or just notice that, maybe if you are inside, one of the greatest things that I had to do was to observe from that state from being inside and knowing that I didn't feel good, inside. And then going outside and being super aware of does this change the way that I feel? And I was like, oh my God, it does. Like, oh my God, it does. It actually does. Like, even if it was a small in the beginning, I'm like, it really did help. So, I mean, just
it really does. It's so shocking that, like, with being so self-aware when you step outside, and like because it's such an easy task to be like, no, I'm not gonna go outside.
Or like working out could be one, right? Like, all these things are similar.
But then when you like actually go outside, you're like, oh. Like, this is the
Not as
crazy
bad
part
as
is
I
it's just
thought.
so it's a thing that's so obvious. We've even done it in the past when we were children playing on the playground, and I feel like sometimes we get so busy nowadays, or even busy in our heads, that we sometimes forget some of the basics, like playing on the playground. I'm not saying go play on the playground. I'm just saying, go take a walk in the park. But hey, if you like to play on the playground,
Play on the playground.
hey, sometimes I'll play on the playground. Do a little swing, spin.
No, I totally get it.
Yeah,
I totally get it.
It's like
And then, so I wanted to say what I think my what means like an unsung hero for me today in today's episode would be someone who can start imperfectly. So kind of like what we did here, starting without, in my mind, it being perfect. Let me go look up every single person that has a really good podcast and then try to see if I can duplicate it. That in my mind, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like I just was like, no, we're not doing that. That doesn't make any sense to me anymore. Like, it's a good idea to start, but you don't need to do that, right?
I love the structure in this. It definitely is really
The bullets.
yeah. Like it feels like I don't know. There is a sense of cohesion, progression, and it's intentional.
It's intentional for sure.
Very intentional, and your comment of the unsung hero concept for people who just go for it, and even if it's imperfect, as you did, as I did. I'm gonna make a pork katsu today. It's my first time.
Pork cutlet, can't wait.
A pork cutlet. Oh damn!
Pork cutlet.
Pork cutlet. I have no idea.
Okay.
Is it cutlet? It's cutlet, right?
But you're putting a
Pinko.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the pork cutlet.
Yeah.
I'm like nervous about it.
He's always nervous about it, and it always comes out really good. So I don't know why he's nervous.
Patrick's like,
I was over here yesterday.
Over
I was
here?
over here
What did we
yesterday
do?
eating popcorn chicken, and it was fantastic. And it's always like Jimmy's trying Cajun, lemon pepper, and he really wants the honest opinion, which I'm always gonna come over here and do that. Like I'm always gonna do that and be like, I like this one more or this one more. This is the reasons, and he likes that. And I like that. Like I like that.
It's science. Yes, go ahead.
It is science. And then I have what's it called? And then I have also I like the thing that I put for you, quiet builder. Quiet builder who moves without applause is kind of what you said. But like just person who just doesn't need an applause to do whatever, something kind. Like you're very big on this. I feel like you don't necessarily need an applause. An applause might all feel nice, but even for me, I think I'm a little annoying because I'll be like, I'll be like, I don't need an applause. Like, I don't really want it. It doesn't do anything for me. Or I don't need validation, right? Like, I'm just going to do the thing and see what happens.
Yes. And you're absolutely correct on that. And, that's helping me evolve the applause concept or the idea of applause. Because sometimes getting a standing ovation is like, ugh.
That's why we do the small wins, right? Like the small wins is good. It's not necessarily applause though.
Oh, celebration.
Yeah, it's celebrating wins, right?
Celebrating.
For me, it's a big thing. It's almost like you're not giving me an applause. I'm giving myself. You've made it so we give ourselves applauses, which I like. I really like that. I don't think we do that enough.
We do this for ourselves, so that way we can all do for ourselves.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
So let's all do this for ourselves.
And it feels good, right?
It feels good.
And it might feel a little awkward. Like I remember the first time we did it, I was like, okay, but I kind of like this.
Yeah.
I like this. And even if it's not me getting validation, like if I'm in the same room as somebody else who really like enjoyed that, whatever it is, I don't know, I feel it.
And that's beautiful because seeking validation externally, but we have the ability to celebrate our own wins. And if you're sitting in the car or you're in the office sometimes, or just at home, and you don't want to crack a smile, think a good thought, and that is the self-awareness. idea that you have really, taught a lot to me, because with our conversations in the past, I've been able to do a lot of reflection on what I have learned, and hearing your perspective, like your digging of self-awareness and that depth of it, I was like, because information overload is a thing.
It is, no, for sure. I don't
make
like to do that.
overthinking more easier sometimes.
I try not to do that. I try not to do that because I totally get it. Because I'll start like talking like I wrote. I don't even try to say that I wrote a book or anything like that. I just go.
He wrote a book,
but I just go like I just go. This is what I think. And Jimmy kind of always says this is like I throw a wrench in his perspective.
He throws a wrench in my
because I'll just be like, there's a million. Not even a. I mean, there's a lot of other ways you can perceive something. Somebody else gave me a good example of just changing the way you see things. I saw like a TikTok, and there was a woman who's like, this is what most people think about when they're, taking care of their grandma, and she was like all like, sad and like, God, this is gonna be boring, like blah blah blah, and then she was just like, but you could see it like this, and it was just like a video like that, and then she was like helping her grandma, very cute, like having fun with her grandma, taking her grandma outside and like doing really fun things with your grandma. And for me, it's like you're not even gonna have that much time, with that person, and to even have that first perspective is such a low. Like I don't want to have that perspective. That's just me. Like, I don't want that first perspective.
That is very similar to the like another perspective where some parents that they'll say something like, "Man, these kids grow up so fast."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then they missed it, right? Like they almost feel like they've missed like everything. They weren't present, like I like to say a lot.
Oh my
They were
gosh.
not present in the
Be
moment.
present with your kids and be present with grandma.
Be present as much as possible. There's always
Be
times
present.
you're gonna, like when I was writing these things,
Yeah.
like obviously I was present in doing that, but my mind was elsewhere, right? I wasn't taking in where I was at, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm on my computer or something. But I'm not actually present. Like right now, I'm very present with you.
Yes.
Which I like present. Like I don't know what it is, but it's another tool. I would say it's one of the gateways for me.
It'd be a beautiful anchor to keep the mind here and now. Because, and yeah, I recognize from a lot of my experiences in the past, worry. It's future stuff, past, like this is, we all know this. And at the same time, I feel like it's a wonderful reminder that, when you bring up presence, even here and now, like it is so golden because, man, dude, there's just so many things in life that can be distracting sometimes.
100%. 100%. And if you think about it, one of the questions I like to ask myself is, are you good in this present? Are you fine being present in this present moment where you presently are, kind of thing? Because if you do tell yourself no, for me, that is a huge like flag in my own self to be like, maybe I don't need to be here. Maybe I'd like to be doing something else. Like I'll be as present as I can, but if I'm having that feeling, I feel like your body is telling you something that maybe you don't need to be here, presently in this thing that you're doing.
That is, I've been reading up on some research where it's, well, just to mention, yes, basically, like listening to your body is an actual thing.
Yes.
Like taking a present moment to feel.
Yeah.
Apparently, there are your emotions.
Yes.
Have places in your body that actually activate. I barely learned this in my 30s. Yes, maybe at the end of my 20s a little bit, but like I'm just barely figuring this out.
Like
right?
like shoulders. Like when somebody gets a super tight shoulders and they're just like, "Oh, I'm stressed."
Yeah.
But they don't really figure out why they're actually stressed. They'll just like put it on, that future worry or something like that. But it's a good flag if you just do that general like, and you're like, okay, well, I do feel something. And then maybe try to deduce what it is instead of just like it's a normal thing kind of thing. You should kind of figure out why you feel that type of way. Like you personally, because there's no way I can feel all of exactly where, But like it's a good flag. It's a good indicator of something.
He mentioned the shoulders thing, and I was like, "Is my shoulders?" Like, and then like I literally, you could see it, like it has melted. I didn't
Absolutely.
even like.
You acknowledge
I
it.
have a strong feeling if we were to rewatch the content,
You see.
my shoulders were probably a lot higher. The conscious choice to be like, how am I? You know, how am I feeling? Where am I feeling it? And then I don't know. Yeah, like I find myself sometimes like sighing a lot as I put a lot of effort in many things that I forget to. Hey, relax your shoulders, buddy.
And like I'll see it out, you'll see somebody stressed outside, and then you kind of just want to like. I mean, at least I do. Like I want to be. I don't really want to poke the bear because not everybody wants to talk about why they're stressed or anything like that.
He's not afraid to. And
Yeah,
we're okay talking about it, but
like,
you're correct on
sometimes
it.
people just they needed that question to be asked because they'd not even asked that to themselves, right?
Yeah.
And then even once they do, their shoulders drop. They melt because they're like, why am I all like that? Like, or it could have been, because I just like when somebody can figure it out, pinpoint.
He does a great job at it.
Oh, there's my doggy.
Yes.
Here's Loki.
Hello, this is JC.
This is JC.
Yes, and we are approaching our 30-minute mark.
All right. So I just want to do a takeaway for the audience.
Oh, takeaway, yes, please, yes. Pat,
And one takeaway that I wanted to say is, or I wanted to challenge, is what is the smallest version that I can start today of anything? Of anything.
Pat, you gotta keep making these,
I
man.
will. I will.
This man is a writer. Loki, this man right here, this man, your father, his bombs that he writes, wonderful. I think. Okay, where's the takeaway? Okay.
Oh, you have one too.
Oh, okay.
I gave you one.
Oh, okay. Read yours.
Oh, mine was that. Mine was kind of a challenge and a question that I think is a very good question to ask yourself a lot. And then to give yourself, like you were talking about, like the small applause for that small version of that small step. And then for you, you want me to read what I put for you?
Oh my gosh, what's the smallest version I can start today? And I think, dude, that is, yeah.
I love it. I love your reactions. And this is why I love talking to Jimmy. And
confidence does follow reps.
Yeah, definitely.
And the thing about confidence I came to understand is you build confidence, movement.
Doing.
Yes, like literally move your body. Like when there's times when I feel like down or worried, scared, or just kind of frozen. Sometimes just move. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Could be a smile.
Chore.
Could be one of these guys.
I do chores.
That's amazing.
I just do chores around the house. Like I don't know. I grew up that way, but it became cathartic at some point where it's a thing that I know I kind of have to do, or not even have to. I like doing it now. It's just a space where I can think clearly, and I'm moving at the same time. And I'm definitely a pacer. Like if I'm on a telephone call with somebody, I pace around because that movement gets my. I don't know. I'm flowing. I'm just like if I'm stagnant, it's a little bit less easy for my thoughts to be clear. I don't know what it is. I don't know exactly what it is.
It's wonderful. So, small steps, small reps, small celebrations.
And we're growing every day.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, everyone. All right, cool.
Thank you, guys.
All right, peace. See you next week.
See you next week.